Experiment happens around us every day, maybe not rigorously. There are two routes coming back home from YMCA, and I have my own theory of which route is faster, while my husband had the opposite theory. To test which route is faster, we left YMCA at the same time and see who arrives home first. Of course, on the condition of not going beyond speed limit. The spirit of conducting experiments traces way back. Today, I will introduce the story of Daniel, documented in the Bible, about an experiment and probably one of the earliest experiments being written. With the pioneer spirit, so many great experiments advanced the existence of humankind, from mandatory lemon juice for British sailors' diets, to the first vaccine, to the first antibiotic medicine, to exploring the inherent genetic traits. Now let's look at Daniel's experiment from 2,000 years ago. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon attacked Jerusalem and captured Israelite prisoners. The prisoners were sent back to Babylon, and the king wanted to select the most handsome, intelligent, and healthy prisoners to be trained to serve in the royal court. Daniel and his 3 friends were among them. To train the prisoners, the king wanted them to learn the Babylonian language and to make them handsome and healthy. The king wanted them to have the same wine and meat as the court members for 3 years. Daniel didn't want to be made ritually unclean by the wine and meat, so he negotiated an experiment with the guard. He proposed to the guard that try 10 days to only give he and his 3 friends vegetables and water, then compare them with the rest of the young men who are having wine and meat, and how they look. After 10 days, the guard judged that Daniel and his friends looked healthier and stronger, so they were able to avoid the meat and wine for the rest of the 3 years training period. The 4 men were eventually chosen by the king. The reasons are beyond their appearance for sure, but today let's focus on the 10-day experiment. In this experiment, we have a hypothesis. Daniel proposed that by only having vegetable and water for 10 days, he and his friends will be healthier and stronger than the other peers. The independent variable, the manipulation, is what they eat: vegetable and water versus meat and wine. We have 2 groups to compare. The experimental group includes Daniel and his 3 friends who only have vegetables and water. The rest of the young men make up the control group, who continue to have meat and wine. The dependent variable, the outcome of the comparison, is how healthy and strong they look. Of course, compared to today's standards, there are still a lot to improve to make the experiment better. For instance, if you really want to see how eating vegetable makes difference in your health compared to eating meat, the people for the 2 groups should be randomly selected and comparable. To make the experiment strict, we also have to make everything else exact the same, like the routine, the exercise, the environment, etc. In addition, how to determine the experimental effect, we have to have very detailed and objective criteria rather than just based on how they look by the single rater, the guard. I hope Daniel's story gives you a better idea of the experimental design, and thank you for watching.